everyone, and welcome back into the Toy Barn. My name's Darren, and my wife Kathy is right over there to my left.
Happy Friday, folks!
And she's ready to go today. We've had another day of great sales. Now, when we're taping this video right now, it's Sunday afternoon. We're late afternoon, heading about towards 5 o'clock, a little bit before, a little bit after. Depends on how the clock ticked on me while we was getting ready.
4:59 to be
4:59, so we are a minute before.
We're on the minute.
That's awesome. I'm glad we're getting there. So we try to get out here before 6 o'clock because sometimes things just, you know how it goes, get away from you. But guys, we've got quite a few sales. Today is only on eBay, our main store, and then Mercari. Our situation has been a little bit up and down as far as the sales patterns going on with eBay. It seems like they've been shutting the site off quite a bit on us here lately, don't it?
Overnight shutdowns have been happening everywhere.
We have had it where we'll get some hits and then all of a sudden it'll just go dead quiet. I'm not going to go on and do all the speculation and things like we used to try to do a lot of studies on them, figure out their algorithms. It don't work, and then you got everybody knows everything on online. So it's not worth the time, not worth the hassle. Because I'll be honest with you, my numbers are right. People that don't sell on eBay don't have a clue what's going on. People like you and I that sell on eBay and do it every day for a living and a lifestyle understand the system a little bit because we deal with it every day. And our fellow brothers and sisters out there that are resellers, they see the trends and the patterns as well, because when your what sold bar goes like this, you know things are going right. When all of a sudden it goes, there's a problem.
Right.
So that tells you somebody internally is working on the site. Now I get that the site has to get done, it's got to get us updates, etc. and so forth. But the question is, how many more years eBay till we can get a specific system and pattern that's going on? Kathy, what was it you was saying to me a few minutes ago about what we needed to talk about?
I had someone that didn't reach out to us, but basically asked a question. I thought it was a good question. I thought we could share it on the channel.
Okay.
They asked if delisting on eBay and relisting goes against your monthly selling limits, even if it's old inventory that's been sitting there for decades.
Well, the short answer is yes and no. Okay? And the reason yes and no is, no matter what you do, if you take and list an item, it's going to take off your numbers, right?
Right.
If you take and end an item and then relist it and you got numbers, yes, it goes against that. If you take and you basically are looking for just a magical way to take and get things to keep going and going and going, you know, there's people that's going to say, no, it don't make a bit of difference here and there, but guys, it really does. Until eBay changes things up, the magic formula that we use sometimes to sort of give a breath of fresh air, as it was, is Kathy will take every so often and end a few of our listings. Now, you got to end them, and then you've got to take and list it as a sell similar. Correct?
Correct.
We're still doing that.
We end say we end 5 of our current listings.
Okay.
All right.
So let's just do this step through.
We go to unsold.
We go to unsold, but here's the thing: you go to those particular items, and let's say you mark them 5 items down.
Sure.
And you go to it and say, let's end these listings.
Right.
Okay. So we're going to show you what we do here, guys. All right. Then you'll go to the unsold listings.
The unsold section where the 5 had dropped.
And you'll go to it, and do you go each one, or is there a cheat?
I click apply all, basically.
Okay, apply all.
And then click sell similar.
Sell similar. Now that's how we do it, because that's how it works for us. But usually Kathy, I think, is doing anywhere from about 100 at the time to 250 or so. She has done up to 1,500 at a time, but our current store, our numbers as in extra items that we have left over, is going down every little bit, every day, frankly. So there's eventually we're going to have to jump up to the next level. And then she's going to have all kinds of numbers to work with.
Which I'm going to be carrying a lot of the to grow mine from basic to premium to anchor on my own. But I think what I'll do is have you help me once you get to 10,000 to get me up to 10,000.
Now, guys, the reason why we're going step by step on this is because you do not want to take and end your items and then relist them and sell similar as it was, and let's just get rid of the idea of relist, sell similar, unless you have that extra, because if you list them again as a sell similar, you will get charged on eBay.
Right, you're gonna get you're gonna get subtracted from your monthly
now
selling.
When we discuss this topic, and the reason I'm breaking it up down basic level for everybody as slow as possible, is when we discussed this original topic about 2.5, 3 years ago, and eBay was having, oh, it's not us, guys, it's all your problem, your stuff is no good, nobody's looking at it, nobody wants it, etc. Well, you as a seller, I as a seller, has been on here 24 years, going on to 25, and others have been on here as long or a little bit longer than us sometimes. You know, that used to be eBay's go-to statement every time everybody said, hey, what's going on with the site? My sales have died from $500 a day to where we're making $50, if you're lucky, right? For instance, this year we've had 1 or 2 days this year that we didn't sell nothing all day. Guys, we didn't have that for years.
Right.
I'm talking since almost the beginning. You know, maybe like once in a blue moon we'd had something here and there, but I'm talking back 24 years ago, when we had little or nothing going on, hardly. But the people that watched the original video, don't go by all those videos a lot of times that you'll see that we've got up, or anyone else has up, that's 3 or 4 years old or 20 years old, or whatever the case is, for however long their channel is, because eBay has changed, the marketplace has changed. It's like Mercari, it's changed from what you've seen back in the day when we first started putting on about Mercari. That marketplace has changed. What Kathy's doing today on Poshmark will not apply to what changed with Poshmark today, because when she started there was different rules, different fees, different, you know, whatever you want to call it, right? So for instance, you have to stay up to today's issue with today's site.
Correct.
If you don't, what we say or said 3, 4, 5, 20 years ago may not apply, because like now, Poshmark has changed their fee ratings. Somebody asked me the other day, we had a little comment section, do you like it? No, I do not. I don't see the benefit of it. I see that we're saving a little bit, but they've not really lowered the rates, period. They've raised the rates. They're just now passing, instead of raising the rates like eBay, it's all on you, the seller, as it was. Now they're saying, okay, shoot, 50% seller, 50% buyer, and that's going to do 2 things. Nobody's going to be happy with that, because to me, I don't really see overall anybody saving a lot.
Right.
Okay? If you want us to really increase on putting on your site, you've got to get the rates down lower, do it a per transaction fee, whatever the case may be, not just here's a flat percentage fee like somebody says, and then charge the buyer as well. You've got to get those rates down, because what's killing people is 2 things right now, whether it be on eBay, Poshmark, or Mercari. It's the economy. Sometimes I'll say something like that and everybody say the economy's fine. Okay, maybe it is where you live, but if you look around here, a lot of people struggling, right? And in a lot of places around the economy, the people are struggling. For instance, if you just had like North Carolina, a big bunch of flooding go on and all that, things are happening that's beyond their control. That's what people call an act of God, as you guys know. But there are some people out there that are trying their best, doing the best they can, and they're struggling because their economy, their local economy, is not doing so great. But anything else that you can think of that was discussing?
Listing results. How we doing,
Listing results. Okay. We've got a lot going on here. We are currently up to about $1,812 and change this month. Our goal is $10,500, so we'll see if Kathy can get a little bit on there and help me today. Today's been a little bit of a light day putting on. I'm going to be taking a few more pictures as tonight goes along, but we're keeping it humming. Tomorrow, hopefully, will be a big day, so we'll see how we did. We're running up against 351 tomorrow, it looks like, and probably about the same, it looks like, on Tuesday. So we'll see what goes on. But guys, things seem to be humming along. Our sales have been going good. If you've got questions or comments, feel fine to put them in the comments below. We really appreciate it. But guys, on some of the videos, some of you guys, especially you newer people that have just started selling, be sure to look at when the date of the original release of a video is, whether us or any other reseller that posts on YouTube, because a lot of us guys are out there trying to give you information, but the information a lot of times is only valid for a period of time. Because what's going on today on eBay will not be the same as what's going on eBay possibly in 2 to 5 years.
Right.
Same on Mercari, same on Poshmark. What we may talk about today may not be a relevant subject or topic, or everything we said may not matter, because those guys that their powers that be in those sites may have changed up things. So we have to, as sellers and buyers, be able to adapt to the current situation or state of the economy or the state of the sites. So keep that in mind when you are watching videos, especially the older videos. But we appreciate your thoughts, your comments. Be sure to leave them below. But guys, we're curious to see what's going on with you, with your sales, and are you hitting your numbers? That's a big thing. We are now inching into October. We're starting week 2 officially.
It's true.
So if you're going to look at week 2, do you have a plan? Are your numbers doing fine? My numbers currently, I believe the last time I checked, the last sale we had was a couple hours ago on eBay. And my numbers currently is down 8.1% month over month. We're hoping we can turn it over, and usually we can, and we're looking at it and we believe we can, because the trends are heading in the right direction for us. But we're still down as of now on the 6th of the month. But we got half the day today, and we've got about 25 more days to turn things around for us. So hopefully it'll go well. But anyway, how many items I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 items going out on the 2 sites mentioned, the main eBay and Mercari.
Yeah, and most of those are just pending over from the last video, and then some more that.
Well, we've got basically, let me see, 2 or 3 of these items happened just today so far in the morning. A couple of them were hangover video items that we had that were coming in late last night, and then, like I said, eBay just died on us for whatever the case is. And then of course Mercari is always half and half, as we call it, and Poshmark, well, we either hit a home run, we don't hit nothing at all. I mean, we swing for air, right? So you guys that know sports know what I'm talking about. Angel, you ready?
I'm ready as always.
She's ready, guys. Thank you again. And hey, guys, don't forget to keep our friend Barbara in mind. She's going through a little bit of battles right now, so keep her in your minds, your thoughts, and your prayers.
Her husband didn't make it.
And yes, we are so sorry for her loss, but just keep her in your thoughts and your prayers. It's very important.
Yep.
All right,
absolutely. Folks, happy Friday, end of the week. Kathy here, Madcap Toys. You are back in the toy barn, and I hope you're doing aka fantastic, doing great, all is well, everything's just wonderful. Yeah, so we have some leftover sales that had happened, as well as some that had come through today. Just like some of our YouTube reseller friends have said, seems like eBay did the little press button shutdown thing on us, right?
Yeah.
Kind of move things too. Also, just as a reminder to you, if you haven't done this already, I noticed that today that I had an eBay coupon, $25 coupon on the Madcap Toys Plus.
I was going to mention that and I forgot it.
And Daren on the premium store of the Godfather eBay had a $50. So that this is now the time to stock up stuff. So I didn't really have a lot of money on the Madcap Toys Plus, so I just got like a 6-pack of eBay tape, right? To kind of help me keep things in stock, because I've used a lot up. Daren got me some 10.86s. We now have on the way, thanks to Supply Hut, we have a 50 of those 45 RPM record mailers. I'm excited to get those in. And then I had just forgot that soon I will be needing to get from Vistaprint more thank you cards from Madcap Toys as well, to get those on the way as well. So lots of things. So keep up on your supplies. If you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about the coupon, go ahead and look at it in your marketing, because you probably have a subscriber discount coupon from eBay sitting there waiting to be spent, right? So we got to get those supplies in, especially with fourth quarter.
I'm checking things.
He's checking things. He's making sure y'all are okay out there, right?
Exactly. Well, I'm watching things because you come back on, you know.
I don't know. Surprise, surprise, right? You know, cameras, what have you. Let's go with Mercari, shall we? Let's do that. We had a couple of Mercari. This one about freaked me out. I had a couple in one bag that size large, but I couldn't find the extra large. I had 6 bags I knew that it could possibly be in. I dumped those bags out, guys, and went through, and I even replaced some of them because they were all tore up. The bags anyway, not the clothing. But and I was like, what? And then when I went through the second time, I found it in the 3rd bag. So I don't know if it was hiding in a corner.
When she starts dumping.
Oh, I went downstairs like a champion. I was like, I got it! I got it! And he was like very happy about that. Yeah. So, all right, so we got a pallet item that sold yesterday. This was one of the ones that did not go in the last video because we're running out of table room time, all of that, and we hadn't found it yet. But this is from the Eddie Buy, Darren. This is from the Eddie Buy way back when, over 2 years. Been a while.
Yeah,
2 years ago.
But
of course, from a Target buy, one of our first pallet buys. This is bittersweet. Yeah. We still have some from that Eddie pallet buy too. This is from a New Day Target pallet, and looks like back in the day, if you were paying for it hanging up, you would have had to pay $20 for this blouse. Right. Really, really nice and airy. You can wear it with a skirt, very nice and dress up-y, or you can even wear it casually as well. And it's called the Women's Raglan Long Sleeve Tie Front Top from a New Day, size extra, extra large, brand new with tag. And this lovely blouse is going out to BB Booth. Thank you so much for $9.99 plus
shipping to boot.
Shipping to boot. Thank you so much for that.
Talking about Eddie, while you're looking for the next item,
okay.
I really miss him having his little shop
Eddie.
he got, and he started really expanding good, but it's almost like he, I don't know, overdid it a little bit.
Yeah.
And we had a lull in the economy around where we are.
Right.
And it put him sort of in a bad place.
It did.
And he was trying to struggle and do his way out, but we really miss Eddie.
We really miss Eddie. Yeah. He is, I went to his, actually thinking about him yesterday, I went to his website, and I didn't see anything really go on since April.
Yeah, he was doing live shows there for a while.
And whatnot and things, and I just haven't seen him.
Went sideways.
Kind of went sideways there. Yeah. But we hope, if you're watching Eddie, that you're doing A-okay, and maybe you'll be back up into the liquidation business, hopefully, and prayerfully. We miss you. Yeah. All right. Darren's always selling currency and coins. This time it was on Mercari. A 1928F, as in Frank. $2 red seal, no average circulated. And of course, if you're selling currency, make sure you look up those serial numbers. It helps me out a ton. I don't have to, use a magnifying glass to see the year and stuff, even though I do look at it, but I look at the serial numbers to make sure I'm sending out the right one.
That's one of our identifiers, as it was.
And this one is going out to Padilla. Thank you so much for $10. Awesome. Very, very nice. Going out to you in the AM, of course. All right, and that was all that was on Mercari for that moment. Like I said, it was cleanup crew time with that. So we're going to The Godfather because we did sell quite a few things there and continued today for sure. Now this one's kind of funny because Daren and I found out that this particular figure, we have 4 in a same look, same mold, but a different outfit. And so I dug all the way to the bottom, Daren.
Wow.
And found the one with the right outfit, with the right band. Because Daren tried to look for it yesterday, and he thought he found it, and he didn't. Because it was all the same mold. Same guy. He was right, half right. But it's a different outfit. But this is the right one, and found him. So
right
he didn't
name, different clothes.
He had he listed this really not too long ago when we had that black background on our studio tent. This is the 1986, that's a nice one, a vintage. Leonard the Corpse Dragon Han Ninja Collector action figure found in the G.I. Joe tote. This one, and you have one left, you say, on this particular one. I don't know. I hope you do. Yeah. If not, we're going to have to figure that out on the other one. Going out to Dennis. Hey, Dennis, thank you so much for $11.
There you go.
Beautiful. Nice going out to you in the AM. And, yeah, I think you took a little bit of a discount there. Not much, but really, really nice. Right. But, yeah, you have 4 of the other. Yep. So we may have to look at our inventory to make sure that we do have one left. Because I didn't see another one on this. So I don't know.
I'll be honest with you. This is just a nugget for those dealer collectors out there. Leonard is not the redheaded stepchild in the toy collecting hobby.
Right.
That a lot of people used to attribute them to or think of them as.
Sure.
They are in a lot of cases getting to where they're not quite up to Joe or Hasbro's line, but they're pretty close.
Pretty close.
Yeah. So keep an eye out for those vintage 80s.
It's true.
Early 90s.
Early 90s, early 80s.
And they also have, like G.I. Joe has, let's say, I don't know, I'm just going to throw Octoforce or something like that. They also have their various groups.
Yes.
So those groups can carry some money behind them.
They sure can.
You know, so keep an eye
They
out.
sure can. All right, we sold a comic, right? This is the 1995 DC Comics Batman Forever comic book. Was supposed to be in the odds and ends box, but we kind of snafu'd on that. It should have been in the DC Comics area.
That was basically a title we used to use when we had overflow, because we just put DC, Marvel, whatever in there. But then we got to where we started getting odds and ends.
Right, so we had to really kind of separate. Yeah. But this was also accepted with a 20% off offer. Going out to Patricia. Hi, Patricia. Thank you so much for $9.98. Very, very good. Going out to you with a found.
And if you look
looks
at
like in our
the size of it, it's way thicker.
Yeah, I can feel it. I can feel it.
A little bit
but thank goodness it's going to be put in a Gemini comic mailer.
Yes.
So
now, how are we doing on Geminis? Am I going to have to buy more?
We're starting going down a little bit because we've been using it for our records. But thank goodness, as of today, the RPM 50 of them are coming out, so the RPMs will not be using those anymore unless I get a sale really quick before they get here. But we're still good. But I would say, unless you have 1 million comics sold in a month or two, we will have to seek about getting those. But
probably
right now,
first of the year,
probably the first of the year, maybe sooner. You know, if we keep selling comics, guys, I'm telling you.
I'll tell everyone right now, I am doing good on records, very well on my sales. I would love to get me some 78s.
What's funny is today we're not actually showing off any records.
Yeah,
today,
that's very odd speaking about it now, but I mean, I have been looking for collections of 78s, and I'd just love to get them.
Now, this has been a talk of the town.
Oh, there you go.
Everybody's been liking, asking offers, doing all the crazy, even on both sites, on eBay and Mercari. And I was like, Daren, as soon as he's like, yeah, we sold it, you need to get on the computer and get it off Mercari right now. And I was like, yeah, because, I don't know, something about it just kind of brought up and everybody was talking about it.
Well, here's the problem. My biggest fear is when you start seeing watchers, okay? eBay will usually sell first, for us. And then all of a sudden we start getting buttloads, literally, of watchers wanting the same item on Mercari. So I don't know if it's some of our fellow eBay buyers that's wanting to get it, or the watchers from our eBay store that missed out. But usually if we have two, we'll put it and not take it down. But once a blue moon, we'll have it where it'll be cross-listed and we have to rush. Right.
So sometimes you get the danger of cross-listing. It can get really crazy. Yes. But we did it. We did it right. We got everything off. So it is A-okay. This is the Batman Forever series. Beautiful card. Guardians of Gotham City, heroic power in a double... what does that say? Oh, double dose 2-pack. Gotta get my eye doctor appointment very soon. But beautiful. You never normally see 2-packs in the Batman Forever. This one is going out to Jody. Hi, Jody. Thank you so much. For $29.
Which is a great price.
Which is a very great price.
When those first came out, we was selling them, or not we so much, just us. But we had a group of competitors that were all listing them up to $59. And we had one similarly priced, but the prices have come down. But here's the weird thing with that. As soon as they start coming down, everybody's lapping them up.
How crazy with it,
yeah,
right?
It is.
From the My Little Pony series, yes, we even sold on the Justin shelf.
A collection again.
Very collection. It's an exclusive Walmart exclusive there.
Wow.
My Little Pony Pirate Ponies collection, 6 ponies figure set. Again, found on the Justin shelf. Also sold with an extra 20% off offer that was given out. Going out to Valerie. Hi, Valerie. Thank you so much. For $29.99.
That's two at $29.
Yeah, so I don't know if this is tis the season. People are starting to buy for Christmas, or it's a gift. I'm not really sure, but you know what? All the same, I'm excited because it gave me a little more room.
Did
on the
she use the
shelf.
coupon?
Yes, she did.
Okay, good. Congratulations.
She sure did. Now, we've also not only sold Leonard stuff on this video, but we've also sold some vintage G.I. Joe.
Oh, yes.
And I found this in one of the odds and ends parts totes, which I was very happy to find. It was practically laying up there looking at me. It was great. It was really great. This is the 1982 vintage G.I. Joe Hasbro Ram motorcycle, found in the odds and ends tote, one of them. Going out to Joe. Hi, Joe. Thanks so much. Enjoy this for $6.78.
Right.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, so just $1 off of what you had asked, but really nice just the same.
Well, I can't remember the price, but when I was a kid, I think those were selling for $9, $10.
Really?
And 98 cents. Yeah, mint box now, of course, but I could be off on it because they may have had it cheaper somewhere else, but where we usually went, I can almost remember those were a vehicle. And I had to choose, do I want the Hiss vehicle that had the missiles, I can't remember the name of it right now, or do I want the motorcycle? I chose the Jeep because I had a G.I. Joe Vamp vehicle, but I wanted the Cobra Stinger. I believe it's a Stinger vehicle. And I wanted that for my Cobra figures so they could fight Joe a little bit.
Understood.
You know?
Very,
Joe
very
was
good idea.
overwhelming in the vehicle department.
I bet it was. Do you see a theme right now, DJ?
Yes, I do.
Daren, sorry. Little marriage nickname, about 30-some years there.
Yeah.
You notice there's a theme. Yes, we have coins, currency.
A lot of action figures.
But do you notice the majority of this video is toys?
Yes, it is. And you know what? People that follow this channel will notice that we tend to get heavier toys. Now, that don't mean we don't sometimes outsell toys.
Right.
But we are getting heavier toy-based as we go up till, I want to say about what, the end of March, you think?
I think so.
Because people get their tax money back, and then all of a sudden the things they couldn't afford at Christmas. But you all see a little pickup a little bit right around January 3rd, 4th, or 5th, when people get their refunds back for gifts they really didn't want.
True, right?
So we got like 2 or 3 big pickups,
But think the theme right now for this video is toys. We've been selling the toys like
for
crazy
boys
on
and
this
girls.
Toys for everyone, right? 2014 new Mitten Box Arrow DC Collectibles Canary. You don't normally see this figure.
No.
Very much. 6-inch. Found on the DCM shelf, and yes, DCM stands for in our toy barn, DC Marvel, but we just use DCM because that's what fit on the sticker on the shelf.
And it was DC Marvel lots, basically, because we'd buy pallets or we'd buy cases of these things and we'd try to stick them up. Of course, we put singles up there, as you know.
Sure.
But here, last year or the year before, we'd get quite a few of action figures, repetitive action figures from pallet buys.
Right.
So, that's where we got that from.
Anyway, this one, Jonathan said this has got to go home. So, yeah, Jonathan, this is yours. And it sold for $23.98.
Yep. And you know who that always reminds me of?
Who?
I don't know why, but it reminds me of Christina.
Okay.
If she was a superhero, she'd be a sidekick
there you
hero,
go.
the Green Lantern.
There you go.
But she would go out there and try to help kick butt, right?
Yeah. There you go. So hopefully
that's Kathy's idea, Christina.
No, that is not. But yeah, you can. There's her nickname now, Canary.
Canary, yes.
Okay, all right, there we go. All right, and we're not done yet. Daren found this other one also as well for me, and he says, according in his inventory, he has one more of these left.
I sure hope I do.
If not after this video, we're gonna check real quick, right? Transformers Authentics RC 4-inch action figure mint on card. This was also taken on a 20% discount offer. Going out to Catherine. Hey there, Catherine. Thank you so much. For $11.99 plus
shipping to boot.
Shipping to boot. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It was just been great. So not only did we have the overflow today, but we did have some shoot off as well. I'm very excited about that. Seems like it's just been consistent. Let's hope and pray that because we're in fourth quarter, it stays that consistent. But one thing that you don't want to do as a reseller, I know you can have day job issues and all these things that happen, but you have to continue to feed the beast. And what I mean is you have to always be listing every morning, every day. Daren tries to list during the day. I try to list late at night, so that way there's consistency and there's new things happening. Right. We sometimes even relist the old stuff. That means delist for us means end, sell similar, and then of course delete what's in the unsold afterwards to get that new item number and all of that. But yes, it does take away towards your selling limits. So you have to watch. You have to be careful of that.
And the reason why we keep emphasizing that is we don't want new people on here, new resellers, to get on there and say, well, you said yes, guys, but you have to keep in mind, eBay currently has limits on you.
They do.
So if you're allowed to list 1,000 items and you delist 250, to relist them, if it takes you over that, they're going to charge you.
That's correct.
Because at the end of the day, their goal is to get as much money as they can. So you have to play within your confined space as a seller.
So what I do too, say for instance, we'll just throw this out. Today, Daren, I say Daren's, but it's ours. The regular eBay said that his eBay was good. 158 were going to drop. So I knew with always knowing eBay is going to take 158 of Daren's selling limit and relist it anyway. So if I notice and see it's more than 30 days old, I will do it myself. I'll take that 158, click it, end the listings, those listings, sell similar to get a new item number.
Now emphasize that again, guys. Let's just go over that again, because I know somebody will get it, somebody won't. What she basically does, look at how many days it's got listed until it ends. She will take, let's say an item's got 29 days that it's about to end on the 29th day.
Like it's already going to end today.
Yeah. And she'll end it. And let's say it's 100 listings. She'll end 100 listings. And then she'll go back to where those items are ended.
And the unsold.
And she'll relist each and every one of them in
a
group
reply
format.
all. Click sell similar. And it'll take me to the screen. And then if you want to take time to implement, to change titles, descriptions, the whole 9 yards, you can. If you're happy, if you add tags, blah blah blah. If you're happy with it, click all, hit submit. eBay will submit them with brand new item numbers. All right. And even if you want to decide to take a chance, and if you've got the time to get new pictures for some, I've done that before too. I thought, well, this picture sucks. Well, it must be old. I get a new fresh picture with a new fresh background. A lot of times, and Daren has seen it, I've sold some items after that.
She has, yes.
But getting it there. So when you're done with that and you hit submit and it's all back up, keep in mind, now it's going to take 100, in his case, 100, 150, whatever you did, off your selling limit. But also go back to your unsold section in eBay and delete those, because if you don't,
you'll think it's there again.
You're going to think you're going to have to relist those, and then you're going to get duplicate policy. You know, you're going against the duplicate policy. You don't want eBay to mess with you on that. So just make sure you go back that second time and clear that.
Right, and the reason why, like I said, guys, we said this is because we had one time when we had the original issue going on, people misunderstood what was going on. We thought everybody common knowledge knew this. But, you know, when sometimes that happens when you're here for 20-some years, 24 years, and somebody's there for 2 months. So you have to understand there are different levels of sellers in this site, on this site, every other site. So basically we're saying, guys, be careful, because you may be like one person was that had only 1,000 listings to use for their entire store. They deleted every listing they had, and it cost them 1,000 times whatever eBay charged them per listing at the time, and they got all upset with us and several others. And even though other sellers said, hey, they told everybody, and you know, basically like most of us, we all assumed the people talking here knew what they was talking about. Well, guys, you know, I even had a person make a comment on a Mercari video saying, well, it explains most things, but it don't explain everything. We don't always go out of the way to explain every little detail in every video, or each video would be an hour long.
Oh, it'd be
We deal with the subjects at hand at that time. So if eBay's facing one problem, we'll deal with that problem if we faced it, or if one of our friends in our groups has faced it. But if it's a genuine issue that we've not faced. We can't speak to it until we have ourselves or some of our fellow sellers we know, we trust, and we rely upon for others selling tips or whatever that they're dealing with, to talk to us. We don't want to walk into something stupid.
Exactly. Exactly. So be mindful. If you only have 1,000 in a selling limit and you end and sell similar 1,000 items, be prepared that you just took all of your 1,000 that's available, and you're going to have to pay per listing if you're wanting to list new stuff.
Yeah, that's and if all you had, let's say, is 250, you're going to pay for 750 new items.
Correct.
So keep in mind, those numbers are firm on eBay.
That's why I'm always
unless you got things that fit into those categories that they say, well, you also get X amount of freebies here, you know.
Right, and that's why I'm always looking at those numbers. But if I know that eBay's going to drop them anyway and use against that selling limit, it's best to make sure that they're still looking fresh with new item numbers if they need be.
Yeah, right. I mean, you work the numbers for your benefit.
Exactly. Guys, I know it's the end of the week. You're probably getting ready to have fun for the weekend. Got plans. For us, we're just kind of getting things ready for this coming week. But you guys have been fantastic. Until next time, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.